my name is Taylor Robinson, and this is my part one. So the artifact that I had was the Reader's Theater script. The purpose of this strategy is to combine reading and performance, so it enhances their reading skills as well as like building confidence by having them read a script, and then it allows them to focus on reading with like facial expressions, changing their tone, voice, and those kinds of things. So, how to do a Reader's Theater script is first you select the script. The teachers and the students select it together. I would think that would be like important because the students won't have a say in what they're doing, and they'll get more excited if it's something that they picked and the class agreed upon. And then everyone gets a role, which the teacher can assign those. So the second part is rehearse the production. So this is where the students focus on like voice, gestures, facial expressions, tone, emotion, all of the things that their character is doing, so they can really like, inhibit like the full person and really show how they're feeling and whatnot. You really want them to get into their character. And the third step is to stage the production. So you can do this in a couple different ways. Two of the ways that the books talked about was one, having your students actually go on a stage and doing it like in your school or in your gym, wherever your auditorium is at if you have one, having the practice coming like on and off the stage, being ready with their part, just that whole like production aspect if you really want it to be something big and grand. If you just want to do it inside your classroom, that's fine too. They said you can have the students all sit in a row or like stand and have the student, when it's their part, like step forward and say their part and then step back and have the next one go up and back. It would just obviously take a lot of rehearsal time to get them familiar with what's going on and make sure it runs smoothly. But those are different ways you could do it. So also you could have props with this if you wanted, like clothes or like a backdrop, sun, sky, clouds, wherever the setting is, or like my script where I would have like a baseball and a bat. Obviously we wouldn't be hitting it in the classroom, but it would really add to the script that I'll be reading here in a second. But the most important thing to remember about the Reader's Theater script is that it's not technically about like if the students got up right away and got to their part, or if they missed a part, or you have to tell them, oh, it's your turn. It's not so much the performance and the production part. It's, well, not so much the production part. It's how they like inhibit the character, how they use their tone and their voice and emotions, and how they like get into their character and how they display it, as opposed to like being up and ready for their part and things like that. So it's more just their reading skills and then their like production skills, as opposed to like the overall production. So the part that I picked was when Mercy and Michael are on the baseball field, and I'll go over that in a second. But I picked this part because I thought it was an important part in the book, because Mercy's dad is always telling her, to be serious, take school seriously, act right, be appropriate, behave, all these things, because she is on a scholarship to this elite school, and they want to be taken seriously. So, a little recap, Mercy doesn't follow the rules. She hits a baseball before PE, and it hits Michael in the mouth, and then she gets in trouble and gets a detention. So that was kind of the part that I chose, but I couldn't figure out how to do the screen recording, so I just kind of wrote my script, and I'm going to read it and use the tone and expression and everything that your students should use, which obviously another point to add to the Reader's Theater script is the teacher would definitely want to demonstrate how to have good tone, emotion, gestures, voice fluctuation, all that stuff. Give them an example of kind of what they should be doing, so then they can go and practice that before the production. So here is the part that I chose. So, Michael, come on then, $5 if you hit it, which you won't. Narrator, he shakes the hair from his eyes again. This is Mercy. I give him a pity look. What can a new kid really know about my skills? This will be like taking candy from a baby, which, now that I think about it, he deserves. But I am going to hit it. I'm going to smack it right out of here, and then you're not allowed to touch my food again, or anyone else touch it either. Ever. This is Michael. Call it. Mercy. Send what you want, and then prepare to fork over the dough, Michael Clark. No crying about it either. You can't say you weren't warned. Michael, ha. So that was my script, and obviously each person would have a different part in that, but that is the voice and the facial expressions and the gestures and everything that we are getting out of this reader's theater script to improve their reading skills and then give them good voice and tone and all of that when they are reading, so they can incorporate that into their writing in the future.